Hundreds of local furniture workers lose their jobs immediately without notice. Is that even legal? David Daggett with Daggett Schuler joining us this morning to talk about that. So I think that is the immediate question that people ask. Can this be done? How could this company do that?
The way they did it is a violation of federal law called the WARN Act. It's Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification Act. So that's a long term, but what that's designed for is to protect workers from sudden mass layoffs so that they can reposition themselves in a new job, continuation of their health insurance, all those things that keep going on. So that is a federal law, requires 60 days notice before what's called a mass layoff or closing down. Mass is defined as more than 50 people and more than 1/3 of the company. So it has to be both. This one, they did everybody, approximately 2,700 workers at the same time with no notice. That's a violation of that federal law, no question about it.
These workers got a text message in the middle of the night.
They did get a text message in the middle of the night. I said no doubt about it. There are some exceptions. One of the exceptions is directly quoted in the text the workers got. It's unforeseen business circumstances. Unforeseen business circumstances, I don't think apply to this situation, although I don't know 100% of the facts. But unforeseen business circumstances would be you supply one company, that company goes out of business overnight with no notice. You had no notice, that's unforeseen. It's defined under the law as being reasonably foreseeable. So bad management over an extended period of time is not an unforeseen business circumstance. I don't think that applies to this situation. That would be a defense that would come up.
So these are 500 people right here in our community who lost their health care, their paychecks. What would you advise? What should they do now?
Well, they're in a pickle. And the problem is there's a class action, there's actually 3 of them, 3 class action lawsuits in Mississippi, which is where the company is based. They had 2 facilities in North Carolina, one in Winston-Salem, one in High Point, facility in California, facilities in Mississippi. And the class action lawsuits, the only thing these employees can get, even if they win, is the 60 days of pay that they would have gotten had the company given the proper 60-day notice. That doesn't add up to a whole lot, but for good, hard-working people, that gives them the opportunity to look for a new job, to engage in local or state programs for retraining and for placement. And the big one that you mentioned earlier, the continuation of health care for them and their families. Unfortunately, my prediction, now this is David's crystal ball, my prediction is there's not any money out there, and these lawsuits, although I think viable and important to protect these workers' rights, probably aren't going to be effective because there's nothing to recover. So the advice for these people is do the best you can. There's other employers in our community who are good employers looking for good people. The thing that hurt me when I saw this is, as an employer, is doing this to good people, and what happens is workers then become suspicious of other employers. And most employers try to do what's right, try to do a good job, particularly our local employers.
All right, great advice. David, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. And we have some examples of those local employers in response to the recent layoffs with United Furniture Industries. NC Works holding a series of job fairs. The first one happening today in Davidson County at Davidson Works NC Works Career Center. That's at the corner of Church Street and East First Avenue in Lexington. It is happening from 9 until noon. Multiple companies will be there, including Hollywood Bed and Springs, Olin Industries, Ashley Furniture, and also Egger Wood Products.